is happening, gamers? It is me, Fun Guy here, and today we are going to talk about how you can get the most out of your Battlefield 1 experience by adjusting your settings. This is actually one of the easiest things you can do to improve your performance on the game. Just making a few small changes really makes things a lot easier for you. Before we get started though, I'd like you to do me a massive favour. Smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Thank you very much. Okay, so here we are in the options menu. We're going to start with the controls. In we go. I've turned the vibration off. This one, it's whatever your preference is. I prefer it on. Vertical flight I leave the same. I do not touch anything with the flight or vehicle controls whatsoever. My soldier stick sensitivity, I've got at 45%. If you're new to shooter games, you should probably start at around 20%. And then I find just increasing it 5% at a time. Once you've gotten used to what you're already using, you should be able to gradually increase it. A lot of players have this up near 100%. For me, I'm not that crazy, so I go on 45% there. Zoom sensitivity is stay as standard. Soldier sprint is preferential. That's preferential. Horse sprint's preferential. Same with the rest of these. Control schemes, obviously I just use the standard controls. You can use whatever you want. In the advanced, we have stick aiming acceleration. I've got that set to 0. Now the centered Z zone, I've definitely adjusted these to around 15%. Can't remember exactly what they start on, but 15% is good for me. You scroll all the way down, these are all the standard. I've decoupled aiming from turning on the vehicles. And this one here, this is very important, uniform soldier aiming. So if you have this off, all of the weapons have different, if you aim down sights and you move side to side, they'll all have different speeds to them. If you turn this on, it makes it all the same, which helps you to get used to that speed and be more effective no matter what weapon you're using. The coefficient we leave as normal. So that's all there is to the controls, not much going on there. Gameplay options, I've changed quite a bit on this one. If we go to the kill log, it's the first bit. I've pretty much got that the same as far as its size and visibility, but the filter I've changed to nearby, so that means that I'm only going to see what's going on in my sort of area, which just helps you to see if there's an enemy player having a kill streak nearby. You'll know about it because you'll see his name pop up over and over, so which can be really helpful. We've got the awards hidden. These are preferential again. Depends what you like. You can turn them on or off. As you can see, got this all as standard more or less. Now you can change the colour of your crosshair. Many players do that. It just helps you to see what you're shooting at a little bit better rather than the standard white. And again, you can see I've got my hit colour, headshot colour, kill colour, critical hit, kill colour changed from standard. Now if we go to minimap, the minimap size, I've changed that to 130%. That's so that it's more visible on my peripherals at all times, so I'm more likely to see when there's a bunch of action going on nearby. Icons and all are all the same. Flight controls have not changed at all. All these icons, they're pretty much standard. We go to world icons, it's the same. I've not changed any of that. We go into advanced. Now camera shake scale, you want to turn that down as low as it'll go because that's going to affect your aiming. Auto leaning and auto peak is preferential. You may like it, you may not. You can turn it off if you want. Parachute auto deploy, I've got that off on all games. For those of you that play Warzone, you may know that the parachute auto deploy can be a bit annoying at times. So I've got that turned off. Haven't changed any of these settings. They're all standard. So now if we go into audio, I've turned the music volume down slightly. Sound preset, you want to take a look at that. Set it up based on what you're using for your sound coming out of your TV, or you've got headphones. Hopefully you've got headphones, because that makes it a lot easier to tell what's going on around you. Voice is obvious. You can change those, male or female. You can turn it off if you want. Voice over IP, that's your party chat, or rather it's the in-game party chat. I've got mine turned off but at the moment, but if I have a squad that I wish to talk to, I just flick it on, and I've got my microphone volume set to 75%. Subtitles are also on, but you can turn those off just as easily if it bothers you. It doesn't bother me. And then we go into video settings. Now the brightness, I've turned that up to 70%, because if you play this game on the standard brightness setting, you will notice it's quite dark, so just turning that up a bit just helps with visibility. Field of view, this is a great one to talk about. A field of view, the more you turn it up, the more you'll be able to see around the side. It's like increasing, the more you put it up, the more your peripheral vision is increased, but the trade-off is that the players on your screen, the higher you have your field of view, the smaller the targets become. So if you're very new to the game, you could turn this field of view down. Now you won't have as good a visibility, but the targets you're trying to shoot at will be larger. So if you're very new, turn it down a bit from standard. If you're used to it, you will definitely benefit from turning it up to 74 here. This is pretty much the standard setting that people use. Some guys go a bit higher, but it just ends up looking a bit strange. You can see, imagine you're running and you can see what's beside you. It's a bit odd. I can't get used to it. So 74 is a very, very good setting to put it on. Aim down sight field of view, you can see it says here, apply the player selected field of view scale when aiming down iron sights as well. I've got that turned off, so when I go to zooming down iron sights, it just goes back to the standard setting. Motion blur, as standard that's on. You should change that to 0, because you don't want motion blur. When you're looking side to side, you want to be able to see clearly. Weapon depth of field, that means when you look down the sight of your gun, it kind of blurs out everything around your scope. Great for cinematic effect. However, if you're trying to acquire a target and you've got everything around your scope blurred, you're not going to be able to see. If the target leaves the your sight picture, you're not going to be able to pick them up very easily, so turn that off. Colorblind settings, again, it's your personal preference. And finally we have these here. So that's the sniper scope depth of field. Why would you want that on if you didn't want it on to stand with? Lens distortion, turn that off, because again that's another distraction. Film grain effect, again yet another distraction. And the chromatic aberration is once again just another lens effect that you don't need. If you want to, you know, record a nice looking video, maybe turn them on, but for when you're playing, just have those off. So there you have it, gamers. A few settings you can change to improve your performance on the game. Have a play around with them, get them just how you like, and watch the kills roll in. And once again, can I just say, if you like the video, smash the thumbs up button. Maybe consider sharing it. And if you want to be an absolute legend, click the subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. I really appreciate it. Getting close to 100 now. And that's it from me today. That's the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, or maybe on a live stream. For now, it's Fun Guy signing off. Peace out.